Grade 8s, welcome to your Wednesday math lesson. So first part, we're going to do a review as usual, and then we're actually going to get into a little bit of a new section of math that I want to spend a little bit of time on. I'm sure you guys have probably seen this before, but we're going to do some practice with it. And we're going to just get into it today. So our review is we looked at adding integers. So if I give you -1 plus +2, I have two positive signs right beside each other, which means I go to the right on a number line. So if I give you a number line right here, 0's in the middle, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this side is negative. -5. So if I start at -1, it means I'm going 2 spots to the right. So 1, 2. Where do I end up? I end up at +1. Now, if I give you +4 minus -1, I start at +4. But if I have these two minus signs, or sorry, actually it should be plus -1, my bad. So +4 plus -1, if I have two opposite signs right beside each other, a positive or negative right beside each other, it means I go to the left. And I go one spot to the left, which gives me +3. So that's our little bit of a review. From what I've seen, you guys have been doing really well with this. So I don't want to spend too much time on review, and we're going to jump into our next section. So we are doing order of operations. So let's do this. So order of operations, which is another word you'll see for it, or the acronym you see for it a lot, is BEDMAS. So this is, of course, how you solve problems in order. So I have to look at my brackets first, then I look at exponents, then I go to division, multiplication, adding, and subtracting. With division and multiplication, you do these in the order that they appear. So first we have to do a bracket on our exponents. Then we can do division and multiplication in the order that they appear. Order that they appear. Okay, so once we've done all our division and multiplication, we move on to our adding and subtracting. So right here. Adding and subtracting is the same thing. We do them in the order that they appear. So whichever of these two appears first, we do them in order. So like when you're reading a line of words, you read it from left to right. You do the same thing with first your division and multiplication. I just go in order from left to right. And then the next one I go in order from left to right for adding and subtracting. So once all your division and multiplication are done, then you can do your adding and subtracting. So order they appear. Okay, so I'm going to leave these little brackets here as a reminder, but I just need this room right here. So if I give you a problem, we're going to do a simple one for our first problem, is 5 times, let's do 5 times 2 plus 3. Okay, first of all, you'll see that there are brackets right here. If I'm looking at BEDMAS, brackets are what appear first. So number 1, I have to do my bracket problem first. So I have to do 5 times 2 first, okay? So I do my bracket. What's 5 times 2? 10. So 10 is my answer for that bracket, okay? I don't have any exponents, so I don't have to worry about that. I don't have any division, I don't have to worry about that. Multiplication I already did from inside the brackets, so don't have to worry about that. All that's left is adding. So 10 plus 3. So you do this step by step. So if this was your question, let's say that's question 1, it equals, so you have to do your brackets, bring that number over here, then bring whatever you have left to do in the problem down as well. And now you're left with 13. Okay? But what if I give you another problem? Let's do let's do 6 plus 3 divided by 2. So if I gave you a problem like this, well, if I just went in order from left to right, solving these problems, so let's look at it. 6 plus 3 equals 9. 9 divided by 2 equals 4.5. It shouldn't have a decimal number though. These should be whole numbers. So where did I go wrong? I did adding first before I did the division. Division comes first in the order of BEDMAS. So I have to do that first before I can do the adding. Because if I did it right, and if I did it the right way, not so much in this question, that was my fault for the question I gave you there, but it would come up with a completely different answer. So if I was going with this question, so this was, I just did this left to right, so it's wrong. But if I did it in the correct order, so I have to do 3 divided by 2 first, so it equals 6 plus, because I bring that 6 down, I'm not touching it yet, I have to do this part first. 3 divided by 2 gives me 1.5 equals 7.5. It should be a whole number, that was my fault, but you see how they're completely different answers? That's what happens if you do it out of order. So that's why you have to really pay attention to the order that you're doing your problems in. So let's do a few other problems. So we're going to do we're going to do 3 bracket 4 plus 2 divided by 2. So if you see a number right beside a bracket like this, but there's no symbol, it means multiply. So first of all, let's do this in order. We have to do our brackets. What's under our brackets is 4 plus 2. So this is step number 1, is our brackets. So I bring my 3 down and I leave it here. I'm going to leave my number inside the bracket. 4 plus 2 equals 6. That's going to stay in the bracket for now, and then divided by 2. So these numbers I just brought down. I didn't change them. The only thing I did was adding 4 plus 6 in that bracket. Now, if I have this 3 right beside this 6 right here, I have to multiply it. Even if there's no symbol there, it means multiply. So what's 3 times 6 is 18. Remember that we do division and multiplication in the order that they appear. So multiplication appeared first, that means I do that multiplication first. So I have 18, and then I bring my divided by 2 down here. 18 divided by 2 equals 9. So my full answer is 9. What if I did it out of order? So if I just did this from left to right instead of following order of operations, 3 times 4 equals 12, plus 2 is 14. 14 divided by 2 is 7. That's not the same number. So that's why order of operations is key to getting the correct answer. So brackets are first. Whatever you see in brackets is your first step. Exponents, we will probably not be doing right now, but that would be your second step. We just won't really be looking at it. But that's when you have a number that has like a little number beside it. But we're not going to worry about that just because we're not going to focus on exponents right now. Division and multiplication are next. You do these in the order that they appear from left to right. Okay? And then your last step is doing adding and subtracting. And the same thing, you do those from left to right. So in the order that you see them when you're reading the question. So that's your basic rundown of order of operations. So you're going to have a few questions about order of operations that you have to complete in that certain order in order to get the right answer. So if you need any help or if you're a little bit confused, let me know. Send me an email. I'm more than happy to do a video that's even one or two of the questions that you have for homework just to show you the process. And then you can use that as your example for how to do the rest of them. And otherwise, make sure you guys are doing okay. Make sure you're taking your time for yourself as well to do something fun for yourself, whether it's playing a video game or doing a hobby or something like that. Because remember, you have to take care of yourself during these situations that's super, super stressful. So let me know if you need an extension, if you need that time because you're having a really difficult time trying to balance it all out. Let me know and we'll sort out a solution that will work. Okay? Otherwise, I hope you have a fantastic day and I'll see you on Friday.